Thank God it's Friday. Hey there, Escolarians! What's up? Pam here, and this is CEU Friday Features.
Universidad Centro
CEO ka na,
Escolar.
CEO ako.
For this episode, we will have a conversation with an Escolarian pharmacist from one of the country's leading pharmacy chains to talk about some of the stereotypes around his profession that's about time to debunk. But before we proceed, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Our featured Escolarian is awarded the 2021 Outstanding Pharmacist in Community Pharmacy by the Philippine Pharmacist Association. He is a certified immunizing pharmacist, the training and development manager of TGP, the Generics Pharmacy, and a distinguished alumnus from CEU Makati Pharmacy Department. Escolarians, let's welcome Mr. Mark Anthony Ellana.
Good morning, fellow Escolarians!
Good morning, sir. It's so nice to be with you here in our show. How are you naman po?
Happy to be here, Pam, and I'm great. I'm doing great, actually.
I'm sure that we're going to have a lot to talk about medications and the pharmacy profession. But let's make this conversation an easy to swallow pill for our Escolarians. With that, sir, we will play Busted or Trusted. Yes, sir. So I'm going to read some statements and you're just gonna tell me if it's a myth or a fact. So are you ready for this, sir?
Ready, Pam?
Yes, let's go pa. So for our first statement, we have pharmacists is equal to tendera ng gamot. Busted or trusted?
Well, that is definitely, busted, no? You always hear that, oh, pharmacist ka, so you're a tendero or a tendera ng gamot, no? But we're actually more than that, no? Pharmacists, no, are healthcare professionals who are expert, no, in medication, no? We really help patients in terms of educating them on how to use their medication, properly store their medication, and even provide information and recommendations on their medical condition. So it's not true. It's busted.
So, when you choose your course, sir, did the thought na, hala, baka sa isang local drugstore lang ako bumagsak pagka-graduate ko occurred to you? Like, may ganun po ba kayong mga naisip?
Well, first of all, no, when I decided to take a pharmacy, my only reason is that I just wanted a medical course that has no interaction, with blood, unlike medical technology or nursing, no.
For our Escolarian students here, what are the other career options for pharmacists, especially now po? Do you have anything to share po regarding the specialty areas, settings, dynamics, or developments in the field po?
Yeah, okay. So like what I've mentioned, no, if you are a pharmacist, no, you have endless options, no, of where to go, no, and where to work. Of course, number one, you could be a community pharmacist working in a drugstore. You could work in hospital to become a clinical pharmacist also, no. There's a different from a hospital pharmacist, no. You could work in a manufacturing company, no, the different positions there. You can work in academia as a pharmacy professor. You can work in the government, no. You can work in research and development. You can work also as an immunizing pharmacist, no? You do vaccinations, right? So there's a lot of work opportunities for pharmacists.
How about you, Mr. Pala? Can you share more on what do you do as a pharmacist right now?
Speaking about areas of pharmacy practice, I almost tried everything, no. Before, no, I reached, no, tong current work ko, no. I work in a hospital. I work as a regulatory pharmacist. I work in a manufacturing. I work as a compounding pharmacist, no, a corporate pharmacist. I'm even teaching, no, in the academia. All right, so right now I'm currently again, no, the training and development manager of TGP, the Generics Pharmacy. So I am in charge, no, of the training programs and activities of our frontliners, no, the pharmacists, the pharmacy assistants, the drugstore owners, no. So I create their courses, the training modules, no, we provide webinars to our frontliners. I am also a certified immunizing pharmacist, no? So recently, we have a new program in partnership with the Department of Health. It's called Res Bakuna sa Butika, no? So as you all know, vaccination sites are now in our drugstores, no? So since I am a certified immunizing pharmacist, I'm actually doing that, no? Now, started 2022. I'm also a university professor right now, no? Teaching pharmacy courses. Yun.
Yes, sir. And in all areas po right now. And so, grabe po. Thank you so much for that, sir. I'm just curious po with regards po sa with your specialty po sa immunizing pharmacies.
Yes.
Ito po is more on the vaccines po, right, sir? If I'm
Correct, no, Pam. The new pharmacy law, which is RA 10918, no, it says that as pharmacists, no, we can now do adult vaccination, provided that we conduct training and pass, no, the certification. No, it's not easy, no, but I was able to successfully pass, no, the training. Now I can do vaccination, not only for COVID-19 vaccine. No, we could also do flu vaccine, hepatitis B, HPV, no, so adult vaccination that we can do.
And these vaccines po, like the flu one, the hepatitis, but it's all available in drugstores right now, right, sir?
Well, yes, there are several drugstores, no, that available sa kanila yung immunization na service. And I think yun yung pinaka bago, no, na drugstores are doing, no, this additional service to the community. Kasi it's more accessible, eh, no? You can just go to the drugstore and they have their vaccines there. It's easy.
Now, sir, let's go to our second statement po.
Alright.
So, the statement is, pharmacists spend their day counting pills. Is this busted or trusted? And what can you say about that misconception po?
That's definitely a busted also, no, Pam, no? As pharmacists, no, we have a lot of activities and tasks, no, that we do, no? Well, depending on your field of practice, no? But for example, no, you're working in a community pharmacy. As a pharmacist, you will oversee, no, the operation of the drugstore. You will supervise your pharmacy assistant. You will also do, of course, patient counseling, dispensing. You could also do pharmacy services, no? You could take blood pressure monitoring, blood sugar monitoring, and again, no, you could do vaccination in a drugstore. So it's not just counting pills all day, no? So maraming ginagawa ang isang pharmacist.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for clarifying that myth. Sir, how do you think COVID-19 has impacted the role of pharmacists around the world?
Well, I think, no, the COVID-19 really showed, no, the importance of pharmacists in the healthcare system, no. We as pharmacists, no, we support initiatives, no, to control the pandemic and to continue to provide medications for the patient, no. If you'll notice, no, regardless of the alert level, no, or quarantine protocol, no, pharmacies are always open, no, to help and to serve, no, the community, no. So I really salute all the pharmacists, no, like the frontliners, no, that very dedicated, no, in helping the patients, no, para talagang mas accessible, no, to all Filipinos.
I would just like to know po from a pharmacist like yourself po, what is the real reason po? Totoo po ba yung nauubusan tayo ng mga gamot po sa ating butika nung nagkaroon po ng COVID-19 surge last January, sir?
Well, Pam, actually, no, there is no shortage, no, there's a shortage lang of a certain brand, no, of medication, no, but actually, there's a lot of generic alternatives available. It's just that siguro Filipinos, no, would parang they prefer, no, certain brands, no, but if you will ask, no, the pharmacist, meron talagang mga iba pang available na generic counterparts or other brands that you can use for fever, for cough and colds, no, so wala talagang shortage actually.
Now, let's take a trip down memory lane naman, sir, with our next statement. Pharmacy school is only for those who love chemistry. It's all work and no fun. Busted if it's a myth, trusted if it's a fact.
It's definitely a busted bang, no? Pharmacy is not only for those who love chemistry, no? Well, it's an advantage, no, if you have an interest in science, in mathematics, no? But I think, no, anyone, no, can take pharmacy, no? As long as you are determined, no, to finish the course and to pass the course, then you can take pharmacy, no? Coming from myself, no, math and science is not really my strength, no, but well, I was so determined, no, to finish the course and become a pharmacist, no, and yeah, and no, it's not. You can still enjoy, no, and can still learn, have fun, enjoy, no, while studying pharmacy.
Yes, sir. And with that po, what's your most rewarding moment as a pharmacy student?
Well, definitely, when you pass the board, yeah, when you pass the board exam and you can finally, after your name, you could put the three letters RPH, that's the most rewarding part of being a pharmacist.
True, sir. Iba talaga. Parang kahit kayo, parang ramdam na ramdam ko pa rin po yung, yung talagang fulfillment po after all the struggles. Well, so, in contrast naman, sir, before we move on to the next question, what is the most challenging situation for you or moment for you as a professional?
Well, definitely, the pharmacy profession is always changing, no? So, I think that's a challenge, no? If you are a pharmacist, no, and you don't continue to learn, no? That's why I always emphasize to them, no? We need to always learn. We need to continue. We need to be a lifelong learner because what we know now may not be applicable in the next 5 to 10 years, no? So, as a pharmacist, no, you really have to be updated. You need to with the current information, practice, because it will not only benefit you as a professional, it will also benefit the patients, no, that you handle.
This time, I'm going to read medication-related statements that you're going to identify if they are myths or facts. And if you could give clarifications about them, feel free to do so, sir.
Alright.
So, game po tayo, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so for the first statement, we have antibiotics work for everything. Busted or trusted?
It's busted. You know why? First, when we talk about antibiotics, no, the other term for antibiotics is antibacterial. So, antibacterial will only be effective for bacterial infections. Same as an antifungal medication will only work for fungal infections. And antiviral medication will work for viral infection. So it's best, no, to really consult a doctor so that they will prescribe you with the right medication. Because if you will take an antibiotic medication to a viral infection, then really it will not work.
So next statement, let's move on to the next statement. Once you feel better, it is no longer necessary for you to take your prescribed medication. Busted or trusted?
Definitely a busted also, no? Just like antibiotics or antimicrobials. When the doctor prescribe you, to take antibacterial for a week, then you should follow that. You take the medication for a week, no? But sometimes, no, that's really a problem, no? That, okay, the patient will take the medication on the first, second, third day, and then on the third day, oh, I feel better. Okay, stop that. No, that's the problem.
Next statement. Natural supplements are safer than their prescribed counterparts. Busted or trusted?
Busted, no? Supplements, as the name itself, no? It is only, you can use that as a supplemental aid, no? An additional to your prescribed medicine. For example, no, you cannot replace an antihypertensive or anti-diabetic medication to a supplement. For example, ampalaya or garlic oil, no? You can use them both, but you cannot replace the prescription medication to a food supplement, no? Never do that.
Noted, sir. Especially when I get older po. Next, sir. Medications are best stored in the bathroom or near the kitchen sink. Busted or trusted?
It's a busted, no? Of course, no, definitely, no, the first thing you need to do is you have to check the label of the medication, no? Look for the storage requirement because medicines have different storage requirements. Some you could store at room temperature, some should be stored away from sunlight, others, no, you need to store in the refrigerator, no? So the best thing that you can do is check the label of the medication.
Check the label. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for that po. Now, for our last statement, Sir Mark, not only brand name medications work, busted or trusted.
That's trusted, no? Generic medicines and branded medicines are both effective. They both have the same active ingredient. They are both approved by the Food and Drug Administration. The only difference is that generic medicines have lower cost, no, than branded medicines, but they're the same.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. And that's so right. And I will take note on all the things that we talked about right now, especially right now dahil madami na rin po tayong kailangan i-adapt sa ating health life. Yeah. So, thank you so much, Sir Mark, for enlightening us on all things pharmacy and also for motivating our students. So, thank you so much, Sir Mark. This has been a very, very informative episode. Thanks to you.
Thank you also, Pam, and to CEU, no, for inviting me in this Friday feature.
Yes, sir. Sir, Mr. Ellana, do you have any parting advice or message for our Escolarians?
Well, of course, you have to stay safe. The pandemic is still here, no. But as a pharmacy student, we always have to keep in mind, no, that uncertainty and struggles will always be part of our lives. No? But if we can, no, incorporate the skills, the experience, our passion and determination, no, then definitely, no, we can find our pathway to success. No. So good luck, everyone.
And that's a wrap. Do you have someone in mind that you want to be featured in our show? You can comment their name and what topic you want us to discuss with them, and we'll surely get on that. Also, this episode will be available on the Escolarian podcast next week, so be sure to check that one out. Again, Pam here, and this is CEU Friday Features.